Recap, you got to go through your pain, face it, make a list of your big T, little t trauma. What are the things you hope never happen to somebody else? I hope that the men inside my circle, the fathers that I got to coach that have an impact on young men will never have to deal with that feeling of not knowing what it means to have a model of masculinity inside your life. And so that's one of the pain that is driven into a passion, the passion of building the high value man movement and being able to spend time with men on path, leading in their faith, fitness, family, and finances. I'm deeply passionate about. It is a deep sense of play because I get to create. I get to create alongside, co-create, collaborate with creative men that are building a life the way they design. And it does feel like play. And then the last piece of this puzzle comes down to priorities. Where do you actually spend your day? And are you dedicating the time, the discipline, and the devotion to make your purpose achievable?
Mm-hmm. This one's a deep one. Mm-hmm. That's a rabbit hole. I love this is a Maxwell, but I love exposing this. Most people work Monday through Friday. Most people. We don't have that luxury, but most people work Monday through Friday. And so with that, you get a Saturday and Sunday off. Sundays, a lot of time in general family living is spent preparing for the upcoming week. So Saturdays truly expose where your priorities are. More importantly, Saturday mornings. And so Maxwell talks about when a man wakes up on a Saturday morning, you can actually see what's most important to him. If he chooses to sleep in, if he chooses to get up and study, if he chooses to go be around other men, if he chooses to move his body and exercise, how we live our Saturday mornings. So let's say from 5 a.m. till noon.
Yeah.
Just think about your own schedule. What are you doing during that time? Are you sleeping in? Are you trying to take a rest? Rest is good, but save that for Sundays. That it truly exposes what's most important to you. So if you have a passion, if you have a dream, if you have a calling on your life, look at your Saturday mornings and expose those things. I know that Aaron and I we get up early. I know that we spend time in the Word. We spend time studying a book or some type of literature, making our minds sharper. We often move our bodies and exercise. And then we also spend Saturday mornings with about 300 men because these are things that are priorities in our life. We want to grow in these areas of our life. And that's not by mistake. That's by design that we do that. And look at what we do for a quote-unquote living, right? We're healthy. We have great relationships in our life. We have great families. We're going in directions that we're creating a wake in our life where other men want to follow. What a happenstance, right? No, it's not. It's by design. So look at your Saturday mornings and make adjustments there. And that can breed into the other days of your life if you're willing to take a look at that place.
I love that. And if you're not dedicating, so one of the stretches we want to leave you guys with as you work through this exercise of your own is a minimum of 1 hour per day dedicated to discovering, uncovering, and building your purpose. That means you're doing the deep work, working through the big T, little t trauma, understanding what it is you're passionate about, finding a sense of play inside your life, and finding the intersection. So if you scan out and look at this diagram that we built for you guys, this is the intersection. So the intersection of your pain, your passion, your play, and your priorities is where your purpose is discovered. So if you're struggling a life of without fulfillment and you want to know what your purpose is, realize there's a format, there's a formula, there's a template, there's a process for it, but you got to do the work, which means your priorities need to get straight. Saturday morning, that is a great example, Josh. I love that. How you spend your time when you have time off shows more about your character and the trajectory for your life than anything else. If you're not passionate, if you're not purposeful about something in your life, change your priorities. Start getting in the rooms, start spending time with other high-value men, get inside of the church group, start getting involved in community, get in therapy, coaching, counseling, something that's going to stimulate a new way of thinking for you.
For sure. And it's one of the great saboteurs of our life and our generation. And don't turn off this podcast when I say this. Don't turn off this YouTube when I say this. Sports are a great thing because we get a piece of some competition in there. But I also want you to realize if you spend a lot of time following sports, football, basketball, golf, whatever it may be for you, if you spend a lot of time coming home from work and that's what gets your focus, then you're getting a piece, an old taste, probably from high school, of what competition looks like. But as a man, we're designed to compete. That's what draws us to sports. Yet what are you really doing besides having a beer and sitting on the couch? You're completely distracted. You're not in a place of competition. You're not making yourself better. You're not sharpening your mind, sharpening your body, sharpening your relationships. And not that I have anything against sports themselves, but when they become a great priority of men's lives and men are spending hours and hours a week in front of the television, you're not actually getting competition. You're not. So you have to realize that if this is a big part of your life, start there as far as cutting some things out.
Yes.
And get around actual men. Go actually compete in something.
Yes.
Whether it's jiu-jitsu, CrossFit, join a flag football team, a softball team, whatever stage of life that you're in, and go compete in something and see how you feel after that versus, watching your team play.
100%, 100%. I love that. There's an activity I take our coaching clients through when it comes to priorities, and it's something I'd love if you guys will take it on because it'll give you a lot of insight. And if you track what you do in a 48-hour period, you will find so much opportunity for you to be able to insert new domains and opportunity to develop skills, understand what your purpose is, live out your passion. But most people make the excuse, I don't have time. I don't have time. And the truth matters, we all have 24 hours in a day. And how is it that one man can run multiple businesses, a successful family, contribute and serve at church, and another man can't find time? And so do the deep work. And so the time assignment is for 48 hours, track everything you do in 30-minute increments. And so what that looks like, grab a notepad and a piece of paper, and depending on when you wake up, 5 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6, 6 to 6:30, all the way on down for 24 hours straight, write down one sentence what you did.